46th annual meeting. For those of you who are new to AHC, our mission is to create and preserve affordable and mixed income housing while engaging with residents and community leaders to help individuals and communities thrive. To our longtime supporters, volunteers, and partners, welcome. We thank you for your ongoing commitment to our thousands of residents in the DMV. Our theme tonight is Housing and Hope. 2021 has been a challenging year in many ways, starting with the pandemic that continues to impact so many of us and the residents we serve. Our programs focus on how AHC is evolving in the face of today's challenges to provide more housing and hope. This evening, we are kicking off the program with an overview of what AHC is doing and what's next. After that, we invite you to choose one of 4 brief breakout sessions to dive deeper into a developmental or residential service initiative. Our keynote speaker, Diane Yeltsin, the president and CEO of the National Low Income Housing Coalition, will discuss regional housing trends. This evening, 6 new board members will be elected, and 2 of them are residents, 1 from Maryland and 1 from Virginia. We will wrap up the annual meeting with renewed hope and a special video with some of the graduates from our 5-year-old college and career readiness program. Here at AHC, we truly believe that housing plus education equals success. Now, it's my honor to introduce Susan Cunningham, AHC's interim president and CEO. Susan joined us in July and has exceeded all of our expectations in less than 90 days. As a seasoned executive and community leader, Susan brings just the right experience for this moment. She has more than 25 years of experience building strong communities, engagement, and trust. She is a longtime Arlington resident, and we are grateful to have her leadership in our community. Please welcome Susan Cunningham. Everybody clap.
I'm delighted to be with you all tonight, if only virtually. We're all looking forward to 2022 and taking the cobwebs off our COVID selves. I have been here about 3 months, and in those months, I have been absolutely honored to meet many of you, all of the AHC champions out there, some of whom I knew before and some not, from residents and community partners to staff and board members. I want to thank you, CC, and all of you for your warm welcome and continued leadership of this really vital organization. So since 1975, AHC has built deep community roots and sustained regional growth under the leadership of former presidents Luann Frederick and Walter Webdale. While the AHC board launches a national search for our next permanent CEO, I am just thrilled to guide AHC's current operations building on that groundwork. AHC helps communities thrive by providing both affordable homes and wraparound services to help families and individuals and communities succeed. The pairing of the two is absolutely critical. As one AHC board nominee notes, housing without services and services without housing just don't work. You have to have both, and AHC really does both well. To deliver on our mission, AHC must continually adapt, evolve, and listen, actively engaging with communities and residents to explore what they need most and how we can make it possible together. We've learned time and again this year, especially, whether navigating new resident financial challenges, hiring and delivering our mission, during a pandemic, or catching up on deferred maintenance. Every aspect of our work requires both resilience and relationship. So let's start first with the resident services and our residents, which are the core of our mission. The pandemic has turned all of our lives upside down, but most especially our residents, who have been among the most impacted. And while things are finally starting to look brighter, it's not over yet. Our staff and residents' resiliency continues to inspire every day. They have met each COVID-19 challenge with perseverance, innovation, and deep collaboration. Our resident services and property management teams have adapted quickly to evolving resident needs, working side by side with our residents at the front lines of the public health and financial crises. The secret to success, as always, has been that relationships make the impossible possible. This year, our resident services have focused on three critical areas. First, always our top priority is helping residents stay securely housed. We are so proud of our resident services team, who have helped residents access an incredible $8.7 million, and still counting, in much needed rental assistance. And we owe them a huge round of applause for really helping keep our most vulnerable residents stably housed in this difficult time. This was only possible through tremendous diligence and commitment to building trusting relationships with our residents across time. Together, our team and residents navigated evolving government rules, multi-step processes, extensive neighbor outreach and education, too many follow-up phone calls to count, brand new systems, broken systems, and pressing deadlines to secure continued housing for all of our residents. Secondly, our resident services team has focused on strengthening relationships with jurisdictions and our local community partners during this crucial time. Since we work where people live, we were able to connect our residents to the services they needed most right when they needed them. Throughout the COVID crisis, we've worked with partners and hundreds of volunteers across the region to meet residents' emergency needs in person at home. A great recent example was last week's community fair at the Serrano in Arlington. Our neighbors, both residents and nearby neighbors, came together for a delightful one-stop festival of pet care, children's activities, voter registration, financial education, vegetables, bike share, vaccines, all sorts of things. And maybe most
good.
Real life conversations with neighbors, which we've all been missing desperately. Third, our resident service team has continued our top-notch education program, despite needing to deliver most of it virtually for 18 months, and noticing that it was more critical to our students ever across this challenging year. We celebrated with our 31 high school seniors as they headed off to college, each and every one of them, having earned $3 million in scholarships and grants. We also saw firsthand the pandemic's developmental impact on our younger children, from reduced social interaction to academic disruptions at critical points in their learning. During in-person summer camp this summer, 83% of our students made significant gains in reading and math, and each of them began to open back up as they experienced real social interaction for the first time in a long time. And finally, as many students returned to school this fall, we equipped over 1,500 students with backpacks and school supplies so they could start the year on the right foot. In the coming months and year, our resident services will continue to evolve and adapt and deliver for our residents, standing shoulder to shoulder as we pick up the pieces after this pandemic. We are expanding adult education to meet new needs, for example, financial literacy classes online, which have reached more households than ever. We continue to build relationships with intention, listening to what residents need and how we can deliver together, hearing from residents directly through surveys, focus groups, and real-life conversations. And finally, we will continue to adapt to new needs as they emerge, most recently and now welcoming Afghani evacuees. We have already brought our considerable expertise and strong teamwork to several of our partner jurisdictions and our peer property owners. We've created a path to house evacuees, even in low-income tax credit funded properties, and we are already housing 2 families and preparing for more to be released into housing. Secondly, serving residents well also means building and maintaining those roofs overhead that keep everyone securely housed. To deliver the bricks and mortar side of our mission, our development and asset management teams are constantly balancing financing needs, space availability, and design. Their imagination and innovation are the key to bringing affordable housing to life, working with government and corporate partners to create and preserve welcoming and affordable homes throughout Virginia, Maryland, and DC. AHC's affordable housing leadership includes both thought leadership at all levels and cutting-edge development projects across the region. Our partnership with local, state, and federal government leaders is especially critical, and especially now during this period of transition in the economy and in the crisis. This summer, we were honored to host Housing and Urban Development Secretary Marcia Fudge in our Alexandria property, The Spire, to highlight the importance of affordable housing, especially in the COVID recovery. And despite the economic fallout from the pandemic, we are moving forward on innovative and cutting-edge projects across the region, creating homes in places where affordability is nearly non-existent and getting less so. This is a game changer, enabling hardworking families and individuals to put down roots in neighborhoods very close to jobs, transit, and other opportunities that they might not otherwise be able to access. Again, finding ways to make the impossible possible. A few examples across the region. In DC, we are incredibly proud of an exciting $170 million, 450 unit mixed income, mixed use development project in Southwest DC. Fully 1/3 of the new waterfront station homes will be deeply affordable. The project's secret sauce is that the affordable units are cross-subsidized by the market units. The 11-story project includes amenities like on-site daycare, a black box theater, and retail. Located right next to the waterfront metro station, the project is a joint venture between AHC and Hoffman City Partners and Paramount. In Baltimore, we're completely reimagining a neighborhood from 288 aging apartments in disrepair to a new community of 600 new homes. Working with the Housing Authority of Baltimore City and the Michaels Organization, we are redeveloping the large Poe Homes public housing site into a mixed income, pedestrian friendly community. Neighborhood residents have a large role in designing this inspiring new community, and we expect to break ground in 2023. A little farther south in Maryland, in Montgomery County, we have another exciting new mixed income project on the drawing board. This is Randolph Road in Silver Spring in the busy Veers Mill corridor. This redevelopment of county-owned land is a partnership among AHC, Habitat for Humanity, and Interfaith Works. The new community will have plenty of communal green space and about 200 affordable homes, including both rental and homeownership, all at various income levels. We look forward to breaking ground here in early 2022. And back to Arlington, our longtime partner, Arlington County, has helped us reimagine an existing AHC property. Now under construction, the Terraces at Arlington View is transforming an aging AHC apartment building into 77 new apartments. In 2023, we'll welcome families earning between 30% and 60% of the area median income to this new building. Residents will enjoy free Wi-Fi, ample community space, and hopefully service, and sustainable design elements that include reduced energy costs from 190 panel solar array. And then finally, in Fairfax County, through a partnership with Virginia Housing and the county, AHC has preserved 292 apartments that were at risk of becoming unaffordable in 2 apartment communities, Landings 1 and Landings 2 in the important Richmond Highway corridor. In a new twist there, we were able to incorporate new REACH funding, which is specifically available to support affordable housing near Amazon's new headquarters. So as we look forward to 2022, we're building on these successes to invest more in our residents, communities, and our own organization. You'll see us expanding and deepening partnerships with residents and community leaders with an organization-wide signature community engagement initiative to launch soon. Secondly, we'll be investing in both existing properties and new opportunities to preserve and expand affordable housing in the region, including, importantly, maintaining and revitalizing our older properties to better meet residents' needs. And finally, we'll be retooling our own operations, our training, our staffing, to build back better as we emerge from the challenges of 2020 and 2021 and welcome our new CEO. I am so excited about AHC's bright future and look forward to getting to know each of you more in the coming months. Please feel free to reach out directly at any time to my email, which I think we'll get in the chat box if we've got our IT working, but it's pretty simple, susan.cunningham@ahcinc.org, or by cell phone, 202-250-4083. So just if you have suggestions, questions, observations, you see something funny at a site that you want us to check on, please don't hesitate to reach out. And also stay tuned for some other open phone kind of meet the CEO sessions in the coming months. We'll get that word out to you as they get scheduled. Okay, so that was just a glimpse of the amazing work you have all made possible this year. So thank you for your continued support throughout the year. So as promised by Cece, for a deeper dive into AHC, you now get to choose your own adventure. You can choose any of these 4 breakout rooms, or if the choice is overwhelming and you can't do it, our IT team is prepared to choose for you and we'll send you somewhere. There should be a pop-up about to show up on your screen. And again, you can choose one of the 4 and hopefully you'll be magically transported to that session. If you need assistance, you can chat to AHC Help and they will try. Or they will just put you somewhere. And don't worry, if all 4 of them looked so enticing, we are going to record them and they'll be available for your viewing pleasure in a bit. After about 15 minutes, the sessions will wrap up and dump you back here, so we'll be all together and can welcome our keynote speaker, Diane Manton.